Now, in today's lesson, we're going to be focusing on Christmas music. As I had mentioned, the rest of the month, we're going to be focusing on arranging Christmas music from my book, 100 Left-Hand Patterns Every Piano Player Should Know. So in this book, we have 100 left-hand patterns, but then we have 100 songs in fake book format. There are 5 sections of music in fake book format. So today I thought we would take some of these Christmas songs and then show you how you can start to arrange them and embellish them. Now, this is the Maestro Stage. We have 3 separate piano lessons every Thursday that I teach for our piano students. We have the Apprentice Stage, the Maestro Stage, and then we have the Virtuoso Stage. So the Apprentice Stage is beginner level, Maestro Stage is intermediate level, and Virtuoso is advanced level. And then we have piano lessons every Thursday. And it's a great way to help teach piano students all over the world how to learn music theory, improvisation, and composition. So right now I'm going to go to the overhead view, and we're going to start playing around with some of these left-hand patterns and having you learn how you can take a Christmas song in fake book format and start to embellish it. Let me go to the overhead view. All right. So again, I'll just troubleshoot this. Can everyone hear that, those who are attending live? Okay, you can hear that. Perfect. Good. All right. So we have in this book, 100 left-hand patterns every piano player should know, we have 100 songs in fake book format. Now we're going to go into the Christmas music section. In the Apprentice Stage that I just finished filming, we actually went through and I showed how to take a simple piece like "Oh Christmas Tree" and "Silent Night" and how we can arrange it. Now those who are attending live, you can actually have input and you can let me know what you'd like to have me arrange or demonstrate. If you have the book, you can go through to the Christmas section and you can let me know which of these you would like to have me arrange. We have ones like I just did Silent Night. I'll do that in the Virtuoso Stage in about 30 minutes because I'm going to really embellish that one. And last week we had done a few like God Rest You Merry Gentlemen, Angels We Have Heard on High. But those of you who are attending live, leave a comment. Let me know if there's something that you would like to have me embellish. Now, this is intermediate level, so I am going to embellish and arrange this at an intermediate level. But one that I wanted to start off with, if we go to, I actually, right here on page 68, many of you have probably heard I Saw Three Ships. It's a traditional English carol. Now, I only have a short section of this, and it's just a fun part. I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day. On Christmas Day, I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day in the morning. All I did was this, and I'm going to show you how we can embellish this. Now, that's all I included. Just a short little vignette, but I want you to think of how you can start to arrange that. Now, we could do this in a jazz, blues, new age, pop, rock style. What I thought we should do is kind of a new age-ish style. And if you go in the beginning, we have the new age and contemporary left-hand patterns. Now, this is found on page 20 from my book, 100 Left-Hand Patterns. Look at all these different left-hand patterns. Now, down here, I'm just put my finger on that. So let's look at that pattern. This is pattern 65. It says 1, 5, 8, 5, 9, 5, 10, 5 left-hand pattern. Now, what that means when it says 1, 5, 8, 5, 9, 5, 10, 5 left-hand pattern, if I start on C, this is 1. Then we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This would be 9. This would be 10. So 1, 5, 8, 5, 9, 5, 10, 5, we're going to play 1, 5, 8, 5. And then we're going to jump up to the 9, 5. And and then jump up to the 10-5. Now I can do that starting on C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. I can do it on the black keys, but for now we're just thinking of the white keys. It's a really simple pattern. It's not too difficult, but it sounds amazing, actually. It really sounds fun. Oh, you said beautiful pattern. Thank you. Yeah, it's really a fun pattern to try. Now, here, this is in 6/8 time signature where we're doing if we wanted to keep that 6/8 time signature, this left hand pattern is 4/4. That doesn't work because this is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. If we wanted to do this in 6/8, we would have to just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That pattern, a good pattern for that is 1, 5, 8, 1, 5, 8. Or I could go up. But now we're doing 1, 5, 8, 1, 5, 9, 1, 5, 10. That is in 6/8 time signature. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm keeping with the 6/8 time signature. You can do that, which is fine, but I want to go back to the 4/4 time signature. We're going to modify the right hand and we're going to put it in a 4/4 time signature. Now again, that's more challenging, but look, this is all I was playing. I was following this music right here, and then you heard what I played. I was doing the 1, 5, 8, 9, 10. Now, you could modify and start on C, go down to A, go down to F, and then go to G. Let me show you what I mean. Right here, if we look at I Saw Three Ships, it starts, you have C right here. The next measure is also C, and then the next measure is also C, and then it goes to G. Well, what if I played C, and then I went down to A, and then I went down to F, and then I did G? It gives it kind of this new age flair. So that gives it a new age sound, which really sounds fun. But now, what if every time I see the C, instead of playing C, what if I play an A? And we really make it sound like it's a minor new age piece. So we start on A and we do the 1, 5, 8, 5, 9, 5, 10, 5 left hand pattern. Maybe I'll go down to C. Then I'll go down. So A, F, C, G. So watch, I'll start on A, then I'll go down to F, and then I'll jump up to C, and then I'll go down to G. Now, what I'm doing, okay, right here, instead of playing C, I'm going to start on A, then I'm going to go to F right here, and then I'm going to go to C right there, and then I'll end on G. I've had some students say, you should start coming out with all these albums of all these arrangements that you do during our lessons. And I probably should. I probably should just sit down and start playing around and come out with all these albums of me doing these arrangements. That would be fun. I would enjoy it. But this is what I'm doing. I'm going to start on C, and it's going to have a minor effect. But remember, this is a new age sound. Now, my left hand was just doing that 1, 5, 8, 5. Again, we're just taking, I saw 3 ships, and then all we did, if you go back to page, where is that page? Left-hand pattern. Come back to page 20. Remember, we have the left-hand patterns. These are the New Age and contemporary left-hand patterns. We were down here at the bottom just because my thumb happened to land on 65. The pattern is 1, 5, 8, 5, 9, 5, 10, 5. Now you can also make it minor and do 1, 5, 8, 5, 9, 5, flat the 10, 5, and that changes the sound because instead of going to the E, as an example, I would play E flat. And I could do that everywhere. It creates a minor sound. Now, we don't have to do that for this. I mean, you could. That might be I saw 3 burning ships, okay? They didn't actually make it. Those may have been sinking ships, but that's the minor version. See, we're just doing this. And again, I'm taking this simple melody with the right hand. The left hand is starting on each of the chords, and then we're embellishing it. And you can do this with anything. Let's try this with another one, for example, and we can do a different left-hand pattern. Those who are attending live, if you have your 100 left-hand patterns book, look through and see if there's any that you'd like to have me embellish, okay? Oh, it's always interesting to hear the minor version. It's fascinating when you hear those minor versions because it really can change the piece, the way it sounds. In my book, Variations on Mary Had a Little Lamb, I'm actually in the process of redoing this book. This book I came out with back in 2000. I wrote it in 2006, came out with it in 2007. So this was a long time ago. But this was I came out with this book the year my daughter was born, and she's 18. She'll be 19 in June. So this was a long time ago. But I came out with, it has 9 different variations of Mary Had a Little Lamb. I'm going to redo it, and I'm going to have like 20 different arrangements. But in this book, I did simple ones like, of course, Mary Had a Little Lamb, and then Mary Took Her Lamb to a Swingin' Jazz Club, okay, where we jazzed it up. And then we had Mary's Lamb Had the Blues that I came out with, a bluesy version. And then we did Mary Took Her Lamb to a 50s rock concert. And then we did Mary and Her Lamb Live with Indians, although, and I even had an artist draw a little Mary Had a Little Lamb in all the different styles, and he did a great job. I have since had people condemn me for using the word Indian. I know it's Native American. I understand that. I get it completely. I'm actually Native American. I'm Mohican Indian, Native American. Okay. And we're not talking, if you go clear back, we're talking my great grandmother was last of the Mohican princesses. Okay. So we're talking very close. But if you go through and look at some of these arrangements, Mary's Lamb starred in a Western. See that? Mary's Lamb starred in a Western. And then we have Mary and Her Lamb Dance the Waltz, Mary's Lamb meets Mozart. And then I ended the book in a minor key, and I wanted to say Mary's Lamb died, but thankfully my wife helped me realize you can't do that to Mary Had a Little Lamb. So I changed it to Mary Took Her Lamb to a Funeral, and we put it in the minor key. But when you have that minor sound, it does change the way, because instead of doing you have that minor sound, and it creates this almost interesting minor flair about it. And it's the same with the Christmas songs as well. When you go from the major to the minor, let's see, it changes the emotional tone. It does. It really changes the mood of the piece as well. No way. Oh, maybe that's in reference to my Mohican ancestry. Yes, fascinating. That's why I have these high cheekbones. Let's look at something for a moment. I would like to actually go to Still, Still, Still right here. This is number 66 from the book. This is actually found on page 65 right there. And what I'd like to do, I'm going to come back here. Okay, sorry. It looked like my audio was removed for a moment. No, okay, audio seems okay. So with Still, 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 I actually did a piano arrangement where I just sat down and kind of embellished this. And this was from an album or an EP I came out with back in 2013, I believe. And you can find it on Spotify, Pandora, iTunes, Amazon, all the different sites. But if you go to any of those pages, I have a few Christmas albums or singles that I came out with. I'd love to have you check those out. One is Bringing Joy to the World. I showed that a few weeks ago, how I hear Joy to the World in my mind. I also came out with an arrangement of Angels We Have Heard on High, and then the EP for O Come All Ye Faithful. This is O Come All Ye Faithful on Spotify. It came upon the midnight clear, O Come All Ye Faithful, Still, 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 and the first Noel. So it just has 4 arrangements, and it's just piano instrumental, just pretty background, relaxing music. But still, so still, I wanted to create this very calming, gentle feeling. Now, in this version right here, we just have the melody. But I'm going to show you how you can embellish it and how you can really make it sound beautiful, even though it looks very simple, because it is in the fake book. Some people will buy this book and they'll leave a comment and say, oh, that it's just a simple book. It's just an easy book. I want something challenging. And I tell them, that's what this is. This gives you the framework. You can make this as virtuoso-like or complicated as you want it to be. The whole part of this book is to give you left-hand patterns and give you a framework. In this case, it's the lead sheet or the fake book where it shows you the melody and then it shows you the chords. Let me go to the overhead view and I will show you what I mean. Oh, let's see. Well, my camera, hold on. Okay. So right here, look at this. So this is still, still, still. Now look at the melody. All we are doing now, that's all we are doing with the melody, okay? I can embellish that. What if I start off just doing the octave intervals? Now, if I wanted to embellish that, we could take that 1-5, 8-5, 9-5, 10-5 left-hand pattern, so I could take that left-hand pattern and we could start to embellish that. I'm going to start up higher. Now, if you notice, sometimes with my left hand, I didn't have enough time to do the full pattern. I didn't have enough time because of the chord changes. When you look at how we only have half a measure, and you have to quickly go from C to A, or from D to the G, you have a quick chord change. So sometimes you only have time to do that. Other times you can go all the way up. And again, we're just taking the chord, whatever the note is, from the chord. I'm not playing the chord. I'm using it as a starting point. So I start on C and do the 1-5, 8-5, 9-5, 10-5 pattern. Then I start on A, F, D, G, C. What if I wanted to play the chord with the right hand below the melody? So now I'm going to do an inversion of the chord. It says to start with the C major chord. Instead of playing that with the left hand, which I could, what I'm going to do is play the melody with the pinky, and I'm going to play the harmony, the chord, below the melody. That way, my left hand can be free to embellish however I want. If I did something like this, let's say I did that with the right hand, Then I can start to play around with my left hand and really have some fun. What if I wanted to change keys and go up half a step? Now, it doesn't sound at all like that on the version I did in the studio, the recording. Every time I play, it will always be different. I'll change it up. I'll do something different. But that is still. You can listen to what I did right here. I want you to try to take this simple melody. And again, I was playing from this. When I went up half a step, all I did is I played C sharp, then A sharp minor, then F sharp, D sharp minor, G sharp, C sharp, D sharp minor. I just went up half a step. So instead of being here, then I went up half a step. We went from the key of C major to the key of C sharp major. Everything we took it all up half a step. Again, it's not too challenging. It's not too difficult. With everything that I teach and everything I do, I tell students, if you know your scales, if you know your chords, from my book, not that book, hold on. No, not that book. This book. From my book, Essential Piano Exercises. We have all exercises in every key. We have all scales. We have all chords. And the reason why I have students practice these, doing every single chord in every inversion, is so you can look at it and say, okay, I know how to play the chord below the melody. It's practicing those chords in root position, first inversion, second inversion, being comfortable and feeling comfortable with doing that. Once you can do that, then it makes arranging and improvising and playing much easier. And again, it's taking these tools and then applying it. I refer to it as the practical application of music theory. It's how we take the music theory and then we do something with it. I tell my students all the time, if you can play all of your 6th and 7th and minor 7th and minor 7 sharp the 5th and minor 7 flat the 5th chords, if you can do those in every key, that's great. But who cares? What can you do with it? how can you take the theory and use that theory to arrange, to improvise, to compose music of your own? That's why the three main areas that I found that were neglected in music teaching all across the country: music theory, improvisation, and composition. The three most in demand areas that everyone wants to know about: music theory, improvisation, and composing. People want to know how to arrange music or play something by ear, or they want to know how to compose their own music or put it down on paper, or they want to be able to understand, how do I take this scale or this chord and actually create a melody or create harmony? That's why I like to focus on what I refer to as theory therapy, innovative improvisation, and creative composition. It's to help give you these musical tools that you can put in your piano toolbox, and then you can actually use those tools to play music you want. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. It's to help you, to give you the tools. And I've had people, professional musicians, professional teachers, who have said, Gerald, you're giving all these secrets away. And I said, I don't think anything should be a secret. I don't think it's a secret. Maybe people don't know it yet, but I'm not trying to hide anything or keep it a secret. I want them to be able to arrange music of their own. I want them to compose music. I want everyone, if they want to, let's have everyone create at least one song that is their music, and then they can record it. They can get it up on Spotify or Pandora. They can at least do a recording that they can share with their family and friends, because it's their music and they want to get their music out to the world. So that is what I'm here to do: help you learn music theory, learn improvisation, how to arrange, how to take a song and play it 100 different ways from my 100 Left Hand Patterns book, and then how to create and compose music of your own. And we do it through fun, original music I've composed, and I show you essentially. I mean, I love piano teaching, and I do it, and I go do workshops, seminars with piano teachers all across the country, and I love it. And I love hearing feedback from them. And most of the piano teachers, they're struggling because they want to understand more about music theory, not just what it is. They want to know how to use it, how to incorporate it. Because if you're learning theory on one side, but you don't know how to apply it, don't know what to do with it, it's not going to be as beneficial and helpful to you and to those around you. Same thing with improvisation and composing. So that's why I'm here. I just looked at the time and realized I need to start the Virtuoso Stage. But thank you to everyone who attended the live lesson. I appreciate it. Let me know if you have any questions, but we're going to start the Virtuoso Stage here in just a minute. Appreciate it. Let's see. Truly empowering. Thank you. I appreciate that. You are welcome. Okay. Thanks so much. See you later.